So, Matthew Dolderer, thanks for joining us on Air Sports News.
Welcome. It's a pleasure to join. Thanks for asking, and yeah, keen to listen to your questions now.
Well, Red Bull World Champion 2016. What an incredible moment that must have been. But first of all, let's talk a bit about this VIP prize. This is very interesting. Tell us about that.
Yes. So at the 2nd of October this year, I was announced as a Larios ambassador. And due to, well, have you heard about Larios? Larios is a foundation which is helping kids who need help. And they use the sport and the power of sport to change or to try to change the world to the better. And we as athletes or former athletes also, we try to help, to assist, to raise money for the kids. And due to the problem with COVID-19 that all events are cancelled right now, we thought about what can we do to help. And yeah, so I offered a flight with me, and everyone can join in, and via VI prize they can assist the kids and help, and at the same time they can win a day and a flight with me. And that's it's on my Instagram and Facebook account, and so really cool for everyone who is joining and helping.
Yeah, absolutely. What a great day that will be. How did they join then, Matthias? How did they compete? How did they become part of possibly winning? Is it just a sign up? They just sign up for it, or did they have to do something?
You mean the people?
Yeah, to win the prize. To win the prize.
Yes. So it's they have to do a how do you say? They put some money in.
Yes.
And they can, like, from a few euros to how much ever they want.
Yeah.
Then actually it's kind of raffle at the end. It's like a lottery, and one will be pulled as a winner, and then VI prize and Larios, they will pay the flight and the accommodation, and I will support everything during the day and the flight, of course.
Fantastic! What a great opportunity for somebody that is.
Yes, absolutely. So I joined Larios because I think it's about time to give something back. I was lucky in my life to do really cool stuff I wanted, and so we are on the sunny side of life, and not all the kids are, and the sport really has the power to change the world. That's what Nelson Mandela already said, and so all the sportsmen and girls who are supporting this, yeah, we try to take everything we have to help.
Fantastic. Where did it begin for you, Matthias? Your flying career, your flying interest? Let's go right back. Tell us how it started.
Yeah, my flying career actually started when I moved on the airfield, which was founded by my parents. When I was 5 years old, I was moving on an airfield. And since that day, in 1976, I was every day around and in aviation. And of course, already as a kid, I was interested in getting a ride in an airplane. And whenever I came home from school on the airfield, I was trying to sneak in an airplane. I was around airplanes. I was cleaning, pushing, taxiing airplanes. So everything with airplanes I was really into. And then at the age of 14, officially I soloed in a glider. And then from there on, just made all my licenses, and I tried to jump in every airplane I ever could.
Did you try aerobatics in the gliders as a potential career option, or just as a taste? Or?
Well, there is no aerobatic career in a glider, but I did aerobatics during my gliding instruction already. And from that on, I always wanted to know where's the limit of an airplane. I wanted to push the envelope from A to Z from every airplane. And for that, you need to do aerobatics. And it is like driving the car on a racetrack. So you have to push the plane to the limit to see where is it. And the better you are able to perform or to fly an airplane, the safer it is actually. So I would say aerobatics. To learn aerobatics is a really good thing for every pilot out there, even if they don't compete. But for the skills of the flying, for the stick and rudder, I would say it's really good.
And with the Red Bull Air Race, how did that fall into your life?
Uh, Actually, in 2002, I started to fly the T-28 and the Corsair with the Flying Bulls in Salzburg at the Hangar 7. And during this time in 2003, at an air show in Zeltweg in the south of Austria at the Air Power, there was the absolute first Red Bull Air Race. And I was there with the Corsair to fly in this air show. And then I saw this air race, and then I said, this is cool, I want to do that as well. But by then, I never flew an aerobatic competition. So then in 2006, 3 years later, the guys from the areas told me, okay, if you want to join, you have to be in the top 20, let's say, or the top 20 of the unlimited aerobatics in the world. They wanted to have a result in the World or European Championship in the top 50%. So then in 2006, I started flying aerobatic competitions. And in 2008, I was German champion. I was in the top 50% of the European Championship. And this was more or less a ticket for the qualification camp of Red Bull Air Race, which happened also in 2008 in the fall time. And then in November 2008, together with Pete McLeod, Yoshi Moroya, and Matt Hall from Australia, I was one of the 4 new rookies for 2009. And ever since, Air Race was #1, and it was my life.
Yeah, and taking up the full year, all that travel. It's a very strange situation now with the pandemic to be locked down.
So the Red Bull Air Race got stopped actually by Red Bull in the end of 2019.
Yes.
And but right now it's of course without the air race and with everything which is happening now with the travel restrictions and no air shows, there is no get together. It's a rapid stop, I would say, from 100% to 0.
Yes.
Almost. And to retire from our life, actually from air racing, which was our life every day, 365 days was only one topic, which was Red Bull Air Race.
Yes.
We lived it, we loved it, we still love it. And so it was quite a challenge also, not only to get in and to compete and to win, but also to stop and to get out of it.
Right.
So it's a different phase of life. And I think a lot of people go through this phase to find a new start and to cope with those problems, because you are facing problems you didn't think before.
Yes.
So now during the air race, you are a hero, you travel the world, you meet media, fans, and suddenly the communication, let's say, stops immediately. There is no emails from media, from sponsors. So there's still a little bit, but it's like almost a complete shutdown.
Right.
And but we go through it, and there will be something else, and there is always a tomorrow, because the sun goes up in the morning and it goes down in the evening. So life continues, and there will be new challenges for sure.
Did you work out this change yourself? Have you got together with other people, or had any advice, or did you just come out of the race and then just figure it out for yourself?
Yeah, of course, you get in touch with other people who went through the same phase. Yeah. My girlfriend, for example, she was Olympic champion in fencing, world champion, European champion. She stopped her career in 2016 and went through the same problems and same phase. Yeah. I talked to other sportsmen who went through this, and they all have kind of the same issue. You have to find your way. Just talk to the people. There is something else coming up, and the advantage actually of being home, being calm, is something for example, I haven't experienced the last 10 years that I'm home for a few days in a row. You just take your time. There's something else in life always, which you normally don't see when you're in your rush.
Yes.
In your job rush. And this is the cool thing actually right now, to enjoy, to have family time. And this is very important also. I think family is #1. And if you travel all the time, there is, of course, a sacrifice that you don't have enough time with your family. And this is what we have now, which is good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're all in that same situation. Myself, I was doing 80, 90 flights a year. Suddenly now I'm in one place for 7 months, 8 months. But it's interesting for you. Yeah. The 1 year the race stops, and a few months later we have the pandemic. So it's like a big double hit for you, for everybody.
It is, but still, like I said, always a challenge, and we still have together with my sister, I have the airfield and the flight school. We have hangars, restaurants, so there's always something going on. I didn't fall in the biggest hole ever,
Right.
but there was a hole. You have to go through this mentally, but I think you just have to look around and be thankful for what you have. And there's so many people and so much to do still, so it's not getting boring.
Are you finished with air racing, do you think, as a career?
Oh, well, there is something coming up. Maybe there might be a new air race next year, maybe the year after, who knows, but some people are working on it and they're very positive, and it all depends on how the whole pandemic goes and how the world develops in this case. But I'm optimistic that there will be something similar, or not the same, but similar. But also with electric flying, with e-flying, there is something coming up, and there's more and more. And who knows, maybe there is something, maybe not. And if there is nothing coming up, we have done it, and we were only a few who have done it. It was an amazing time, and I'm really thankful for everything and everyone participated in this. And so if there is something coming up, I'm more than happy to join again. I'm motivated, and either flying myself, operating a team, or being a part of the whole thing. The world doesn't stop because of the pandemic. There will always be a tomorrow, I would say, and it will be over one day, and there will be something going on in the future, I'm sure.
When you think about the Red Bull Air Race, what's the first location which springs to mind as being the iconic one in your career? Which place would you say? I mean, there's so many. But
I would say which pops in my mind immediately is Indianapolis 2016, where I became world champion. But we have been to so many cool places like Monument Valley in 2007, which was awesome. Ascot in England on the horse racetrack was amazing. The home race at the Lausitzring in the eastern part of Germany was amazing. Budapest, over the Danube, flying underneath the chain bridge, was amazing. So every race had something very special, and but it's hard to pick one favorite. Yeah. But I think every single moment in the racetrack, it doesn't matter where it was in the world, was just exceptional, wild, and it was so cool. Nothing to compare with, nothing.
No, it's such a big event. It's touched so many people, so many lives, so many views. You must have received some correspondence that really got to you as well inside. You must have received emails or letters, especially from kids over the years.
For sure.
Some example there.
So every one of us came from either military, civilian, or airline industry in aviation. And before the Red Bull Air Race, none of us have experienced such an amazing crowd all over the world. We, like you said, we got emails, Facebook, Instagram, all the channels, we got messages. And what was the most memorable were the fans in Japan, actually. There were thousands and thousands following us all over the year. And especially at the races in Japan, they were going crazy. They were waiting in front of the hotel. They offered us rides in the cars. They welcomed us on the international airport in Tokyo. When we landed, they knew it was insane. So we felt like rock stars. And this is something you normally don't have in aviation. Maybe a little bit in the States at the big air shows, like Mike Julian and those guys, they are some kind of heroes over there. But with what we did, we had this internationally, and this was so special. And to get together with the fans and the people who were in love with air race and aviation, this was so special. And of course, it gave us the opportunity to make good advertising for aviation and for flying. And a lot of people started flying because they wanted to become air race pilots. And we were a part of this to bring young people in the air, to develop new products for flying because of air race and so on. So there was a huge impact worldwide from the fan base, from the media base into the industry. And especially with Red Bull Airways, what we were able to do is to create awareness outside of aviation with all the media we had. So at the end, we had about 3 billion media contacts per year, which was amazing. And actually, normally when you hear about aviation, it's about some negative stuff. Right. But what we were able with Red Bull Airways was we were in sports shows all over the news in every country. So it was it had a real big impact, and to be part of this was just amazing.
Absolutely incredible. What an incredible time that must have been, living like a rock star. Living like a rock star around the world.
It's like a soccer player during his soccer career. I mean, I have been standing in a soccer stadium during my Air Race time, talking to 40,000 people. I have been at the Air Race in a stadium with 20,000, 30,000 people in front of me on the stages in Germany. And when I was going outside in front of the hangar and raising my hands and said, "Hey guys," and everyone was screaming, the feeling, it was like a rock star. So now I feel like, well, now I know what a rock star might feel when he plays music or when he's singing in front of 100,000 people. This is insane. Yeah. So that feeling is unbelievable. And this feeling you normally don't have when you don't do something like this. And yeah, it was just so many positive things which are in good memory about air racing. So I hope it does come back, and I hope to be part of it.
Like you say, with the rock stars, especially at a younger age, getting all that fandom and all that exposure, when it's suddenly taken away, that can be a big problem mentally. I suppose, you know, not being a teenager, not being in your early 20s, you're probably a bit more equipped to cope with it.
Yeah, so there were a lot of people, of course, all over the world. They are really sad that the Air Race is gone. But it's actually, we can't do anything against it. The only thing what we can do is try to bring it back, to help for the organizers who try to bring it back. And then, yeah, we hope that we have a positive result at the end again.
So what have you got planned for the next couple of months till the end of the year, Matthias?
Well, till the end of the year, I'm here in Germany, and if I look outside, the weather is really bad. So actually doing some stuff for my partners, for Mercedes-Benz, for AMG, for Larios. I just got a daddy again, so my kid is 2 weeks old now. It's a little boy.
Congratulations.
So that is a big task. And then looking after the airfield, and of course trying to get involved in anything which is near air racing in the future. So there is always something going on. Also planning a little bit more of social media stuff and creating new ideas for flying in 2021.
Good stuff. All right, well, before you go, let's just remind everybody one more time about that chance of spending the day with you. The VIP prize, all the links are on your social media for that.
Yes.
You can go to Instagram, on your Instagram page, hit the link there, it'll take them to it, and they can donate a few euros.
We are thankful for everyone who's joining there. It's really good for the good cause, and yeah, we are all happy to be part of it.
Okay, well, have a great day, my friend, and thank you very much for joining us. It's been a great chat. Matthias, thank you.
Thanks very much to you also.